Today's video, the series of farm animals. Every Wednesday, you will discover the most rare horse in the world, their different breeds, and why they are so strong and imponent, different from other breeds. Do you know the 5 breeds with the biggest horses in the world? There are horses of the most varied breeds. Some taller, stronger, athletic, docile, each with a characteristic that allows them to develop different activities such as work in the field, horseback riding, sports, among others. Did you know that there are breeds with very tall and strong horses? We have prepared a list of 5 breeds for you to know. Check out! The Shire breed, originally from England, is recognized as the largest of all breeds. Due to its great size, resistance, and unparalleled strength, the Shire horse was used to pull carts that transported all kinds of cargo across uneven terrain, sometimes covered with snow. Originally, it was the breed of horse most used to drive wagons loaded with beer, from producers to English pubs.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game.
Another race with huge animals are the Clydesdales. Originally from Scotland, they are similar to the Shire horse, but with longer legs. Animals of this breed are 5 feet 2 inches tall at the withers. Very active and strong, with a willing and balanced temperament, it appears in Zano black, or gray coats. It was used to transport any type of heavy load in the 18th century. The Percheron, a French breed, originally from Perchy, also stands out for the size of the animals. The animal is a reference in its country because it is a typical draft horse breed, and the best known of the French equine breeds. It is a well-proportioned animal, with hard bones and a firm, strong foot, used for carriages and work. Its size can vary between 4 feet 7 inches and 5 feet 2 inches at the withers. Belgian horses are capable of pulling a lot of weight. An example is that they are the suitable breed for the heavyweight category during the traditional National Western Stock Show in Denver, Colorado. A pair of 2 horses was able to drag about 16,534 pounds for a distance of 7 feet 15 inches. There are some tests in which a Belgian and a Percheron are paired, like at a fair in the state of Iowa, United States. The champions pulled in 14,748 pounds for 15 feet. Another breed with large specimens is the Suffolks. Developed by English farmers in the cities of Suffolk and Norfolk, England, in the 1800s, they were used for traction work on farms. The average size of a specimen of the breed is 5 feet 6 inches tall, and its weight is around 1,785 pounds. And not least, we have the Australian Draft, Australia's national horse breed that was developed primarily for use on farms. Its specimens have fringes on their paws and easily reach almost a ton. Australian Draft horses come in several types and range in height from around 16 to 17.3 hands high. All solid colors are allowed, but excessive white markings are discouraged on the grounds that pink skin is less suitable for Australian conditions. They are hardy, willing, even-tempered, and friendly. Their eyes are alert and set in a well-proportioned head. They have large, strong bones and a muscular physique, with a deep girth and wide chest and hindquarters. Feathering on their legs covers large, solid hooves. Brazil also has its specimen of large horses. A Campolina breed can go from 5 feet 2 inches to 5 feet 8 inches in height and weigh half ton. Despite their height, they are less heavy due to their more athletic build. Known as the Great Brazilian Marchador, the animal is the result of several years of selection and crossbreeding of horse breeds made by Cassiano Campolina, a wealthy farmer in the state of Minas Gerais, Brazil. The breeder began his efforts to create the new breed of horses in the 1870s. Do you want to discover the rarest horse in the world? As always, the best is left for the end. The biggest horse in the world that broke all records. The biggest horse in the world. Big Jake, a Belgian draft breed, disappeared in 2010, was considered by the Guinness Book the largest living horse in the world, at 6 feet 8 inches and weighing over a ton. Big Jake belonged to a farmer from Wisconsin, USA. Before him, the record belonged to Luscombe Nod Ram, or simply Noddy, which measures 6 feet 8 inches and weighing over 1.5 tons. Breeds with the largest specimens. Find out now in this Farm Animals series, 15 fantastic curiosities about horses. 1. The longest-lived horse. The life expectancy of the horse is 25 to 30 years. The longest-lived animal lived 62 years, from 1760 to 1822. It was called Old Billy and came from Lancashire, England. 2. Seniority. The Arabian breed horse is the oldest. It can transmit the traces of its character through the years. In addition to its antiquity, its anatomy also sets it apart. It has 1 rib, 1 lumbar bone, and 2 less vertebrae. 3. Fun facts about horses, your view. They have monocular panoramic vision, which allows them to see their surroundings on both sides with either eye. There's a blind area right in front of you. 4. Bigger eyes. It has the largest eye among land mammals. Only seals, whales, and ostrich outnumber them. 5. Notice the knight's breathing. Another of the curiosities about horses is that they are very perceptive. They can intuit what the rider feels through their breath and use it as a sign of danger around them. 6. Teeth keep growing. Horses' teeth grow throughout their lives. Based on them, it is possible to determine the age of the animal. Observing the wear of the incisors, according to the feeding and care received by the horse. 7. Differentiates emotions and is saddened by losses. The horse is a sensitive animal, which differentiates between feelings such as love, happiness, sadness, frustration, fear, or anxiety. You can even feel sadness for months at the loss of an animal from your group or a knight. 8. The gestation period. It is 11 months old, and they always only have 1 foal, rarely 2. 9. Foals have the ability to run hours after birth. They are born with 90% of the size they will reach as adults in their extremities. They can reach an average speed of up to 27 miles per hour. But there are specimens that manage to duplicate this mark. 10. Horses have memory. Just like humans, one of the fun facts about horses is that they have an excellent ability to memorize. Certain behaviors are due to previously experienced unpleasant situations that are recorded in the form of trauma. During the night, the animal relaxes and remembers what it learned during the day, reinforcing it in its memory. 11. Can move their ears 180 degrees. That's because they have 16 muscles in each. In addition, you can measure the temperature of the horse by touching its ears. If they are cold, the animal feels the same way. 12. Extreme strength. After the elephant, the draft horse is considered one of the strongest land animals in the world. It can exert a force proportional to its weight. A 1-ton horse can drag a similar weight. 13. How many horses are there in the world? There are currently around 75 million horses in the world. China is not only the most populous country among human beings. It is estimated that around 10 million horses live there. In fact, dressage is popular worldwide. 14. They drink between 25 and 30 liters of water a day and can sleep standing up. 15. The myth of the white horse. Finally, talking about fun facts about horses takes us to the place that this animal has occupied in the cultures of the world. The white horse has been and is considered sacred and revered in many regions. Several myths were created about him. In Persia, they were sacrificed in honor of the god Mitra, god of light and pastures. During ancient India, these horses were also sacrificed as a way of ensuring the prosperity of the kingdom. Many programs in the United States aim to protect and preserve the remaining contingent of Mustangs. Did you know that Mustangs are wild horses that roam free on public lands in the United States? They undoubtedly mark a special place in the history of the American West. But where did this group originate from? According to the Mustang Heritage Foundation, there is heritage as descendants of horses that first came to the Americas with Spanish explorers and missionaries in the 16th century. Wild West, unexplored, with wild horses that live free from human contact. That's why Mustangs have this aura of mystery, but there's no risk of extinction. The number has dropped, it is true, but there are still many well-kept and protected specimens, including by entities dedicated to preserving this breed. The account was once 2 million in the 19th century, but today it stands at around 25,000 copies. The blame for this disappearance of wild horses was the civilizational process of the American continent. The expansion of civilization has also created competition for the land that provides Mustangs with shelter, food, and water. Consequently, the need for domesticated horses increased. Protection law. In the 1950s, a fervent champion of wild horses emerged. Animal welfare activist Velma B. Johnston led a campaign to stop the eradication of Mustangs and wild donkeys from public lands in the United States. Known as Wild Horse Annie, she was instrumental in passing legislation to prevent the use of aircraft and land vehicles in the inhumane capture of these species. Among other projects, she launched the War of the Pencil, in which she invited others, including many schoolchildren, to join her in writing letters to Congress. I wanted change and I wasn't going to give up. Until a bill, Public Law 86-234, banning the use of motor vehicles to hunt wild horses was passed in 1959. It fought harder until Congress passed the Free Wild Horses and Donkeys Act, Public Law 92-195, in 1971. And all because one day, driving to work, he saw a suspicious truck full of horses. He changed his way and followed him to a slaughterhouse. Thus, Velma sought the origin of these horses and discovered that they were captured on private and state lands in Nevada. So the activist took steps to ensure more humane treatment of wild horses when captured and transported. Raised on a ranch in Reno, Nevada, she left an important legacy. His cause appeared in all the most important vehicles of the time, including a presence in a Western film, Running Wild. Bureau of Land Management.
On December 15, 1971, United States President Richard Nixon signed the bill into law, tasking the Bureau of Land Management with the task of preserving and protecting the American population of wild horses and donkeys.
Today, the BLM continues to manage them on 26.9 million acres of public land. In addition to this responsibility, the institution also tries to maintain a healthy ecological balance, reducing damage to native vegetation and discouraging the growth of invasive weeds that reduce the natural supply of water and food.
If you followed me up to here, subscribe to the channel to follow our series every day. DANIELSZoO will always be with you, no matter where you are. Good luck, and have a great day. Bye-bye.